that around 6 months into my disability, my cousin Stephanie called me, and she works for Mars. She's been with Mars over 20 years. She called me up and she said, Vanessa, guess what? And I'm like, what? She goes, Dove is going direct sales. And I looked at my phone and I said, I don't want to sell soap. And so she said, not soap, dummy, the chocolate. I go, shut up. Are you kidding me? And back then, the website is nowhere near what it is now. Nowhere near. There was not even any information on where to sign up, how to sign up, what the kit looked like, nothing. All I knew in my heart and in my gut that this was it. This was my second chance. So I embraced the business. I was the first chocolatier that signed up with Dove in California. So if you want my autograph, get it when you see me next time, okay? I'll sign one of your catalogs. And so we got our kit. Back then it was a huge kit. It was like valued over $1,000. I think we paid like $350 or something like that.
$449.
$449. And me and my sister-in-law got our kits, and we looked at it and we looked at each other and we said, oh my God, what did we get ourselves into? We saw this video Lisa Bogano put together about a party, and we said, you know what, we're going to make this happen. So, my first 3 parties, my sister-in-law did them for me because I still didn't feel confident enough to do them. But after that, I said, you know what, this is ridiculous. I've got to do these parties. I got to get them going. I saw that tempering unit. I just wanted to just lose my mind. I'm like, I put it in a corner. I didn't even touch it for like 2 years. You wouldn't know by looking at me, but I'm not a huge chocoholic, but I love our product. So anyway, long story short, this was in 2000, and I'm still with Dove. I call my journey being on a Dove train, on my Dove train. People are going to hop on with you. People are going to hop off. People are going to get back on after they stopped, after the train comes back around, because it's one thing that what we do, it keeps coming back. I got people that, decided after being away from Dove for a year or two, decided to come back and give their business a different look. Dove has changed over the years. Sally and I have experienced many changes. I can't imagine this business getting any better, because we have something to compare it to, right, Sally? We have something from the past that we can compare to, not just the product evolution, but the business, what John offers us. How we can earn these trips, like with our eyes closed. All we have to do is do our business. I am a lifer. I am not going anywhere. Dove is it for me. I've seen many other direct sales companies compared their comp plan, compared what they offer their consultants, the hoops they have to jump through to get certain things done. I am so thankful I'm with Dove, and I'm not saying this because I'm on a conference call with you guys. I think the proof is the fact that it's 7 years and my chocolatier ID number is 4 digits, probably just like Sally. So that to me is a feather in my cap, because we started in a place, and there have been growing pains, and we've adjusted and we've supported each other. And I constantly, try to continue growing my business by recruiting, having fun at my parties. I mean, you've got to love what you do. I answered somebody's question on Facebook about, she's trying to build a business for her family. What is it that keeps you going? And I said, I happened to chime in, and I said, passion. You got to love what you do. Otherwise, it's all for nothing. And, I encourage all of you to revisit your why. Why did you sign up with Dove? What was it that just blew your mind that said, okay, I'm going to pay whatever it was that you paid for your kid, or use your hostess credit to become a chocolatier? It's a given. It is such a given. And so let me tell you another analogy that I share with my team sometimes. A lot of us all have that dream, probably most of us, to own our own business, right? Like maybe a little store at the strip mall. If you like clothes like I do, I want to have a store with all kinds of clothes and, accessories and earrings and makeup and just the whole purses and shoes. But if you want to open a store, let's say at a strip mall down the street, you've got to do so much to open that business. You got to go to the bank, borrow the money. You got to give them a career. You got to give them a business plan, minimum 3 years. You got to have a good credit, of course. You got to go and rent this space. You got to lease it minimum, again, 3 years. Actually, the bank requires a 5-year business plan because the average, what they're saying statistics are, if you don't make it in 5 years, your business is gonna fail. So I gave my Dove business that 5-year plan. I was way ahead of the game at my second year. Not a problem, but I tell them, I said, you go to the bank, you borrow $200,000 to open this business, you stock it, you get all the clothes, you get your cash register, you got to do your inventory, you got to do all this stuff, and you're going to work the heck out of that business, and you're going to work it 24/7, right? Because you got to do two things. You got to earn enough money to live on, and you got to pay that daggone loan back, right? So when people walk away from this opportunity with Dove, they're not walking away from the investment because, okay, if my kit was $2,000, trust me, I would have done it. Okay, but we only paid $450. Some of you paid $85. Some paid $3. Maybe some paid $115. I don't know what you guys did, but the investment is nominal. But when you walk away from this business, you're not walking away from the investment or the few things that you have in your cabinet. You're walking away from the income potential that you can have with this business. And that's why people walk away, because they don't have any real deep financial investment in the business, so they don't see it for what it is. And I wish people could see it for what it truly is and what it can do for you and your family. It has alleviated so many stresses in my life. I used to earn a 6-figure income with what I used to do. I don't miss it. I'll tell you why. Because obviously I had to simplify. Simplifying made it simple in my life, made it easier. But I was working from 9 to 11. I didn't get a thank you. I couldn't control that. I can control this. So I work maybe 20, 25 hours a week with my parties. When you take the income, the 5-figure income I'm making with Dove, I'm still like way ahead of the game than working all these hours at my 9 to 5. So when you compare what you're doing and maybe what you could be doing working, there's no comparison. So there was something else I wanted to mention, but oh yeah. Okay, so last year, I got to tell you this and I'm done. I had to go back to work for a year because I needed insurance to take care of some health issues. Okay, my husband wasn't working, but I went back to work for a year. That was my goal, just a year. But in that year, I was working at this company. I was at every conference. We had an incentive trip in between there. I took the time off for that. They couldn't tell me no, I couldn't go. I was going, and I was very assertive, and I said, I have this going on. I'm going to be gone X amount of days. And I was at advisory, going to advisory. Okay, so you knew I took a lot of time off. Fine, dock me. I don't care. So a week to the year that I started with them, guess what? They called me into the office. To what? So the manager was like, oh, boo, you were like, of all the people that I've had to lay off, you're like the hardest because blah, blah, because I had a lot of experience, right? And I go, I bet you say that to everybody you lay off. And she says, no, it's the truth. And I says, look, first of all, Suella, don't worry about me. Because this particular job that you're paying me, this is my plan B. You know my plan A is my chocolate. Because, see, I can control my chocolate. I can't control you. I can't control your bosses that tell you have to downsize this department. I can't control it. I had a big old smile on my face, walked out of there feeling so, like, empowered because I was able to tell this was no longer there, too, either. She walked around, popping her collar, but she was it, right? But she's no longer there. And I have something that's mine, that I call mine, that I can control. So this may mean something to some of you. It may resonate with others. It may not matter to some. It's okay because Dove can be what you want it to be. I just wish I could keep a syringe with how I feel and just inject everybody with it. Because if that were the case, oh my God. And trust me, we have our downs too. Right, Sally?
Absolutely.
And posted on Facebook. Success is not a straight line. It goes up and down and sideways and whatever. And it's when you make those accomplishments, when you set a goal and you make that goal and you move on to the next one and the next one and the next one, is what really, really shows that you're engaged and that this business is what's going to provide for you, provide for your family, maybe give you that extra 401k money you're missing, or that extra, bill you have to pay, big or small. And then you're having fun and you're meeting people and just making connections with the most bombest people I've ever met in my life. And I wouldn't trade this for the world. I have people in my life that are with Dove that if I leave Dove, which I'd never do, but if something happened, I would leave Dove, they'd be part of my life forever. And that's priceless. That is truly priceless. So, stick with it, you guys. Set your goal. Work with Sally. She's an amazing leader. If you want to become a team leader, manager, whatever the case may be, figure out what it is you need to do and work towards that to make it happen. Now is the best season ever for you guys to make this happen. It's the holiday season. There's so many opportunities out there. So, fundraising, corporate gifting. Oh my God, I could keep going and on about that. So, just stay with it. And I like I said, I have never missed a conference ever yet. So I was counting. I think it's like 14 or 15 conferences since I started in my first conference is October 2008, and I haven't missed one since. I've earned every single incentive trip. I haven't earned every single incentive that has out there. I'm not going to sit here and tell you I have, because I haven't, but that's okay. This business is for me to make the money to help supplement my income here with the house and to help, and that's working. That's all that matters to me right now. So, just keep working, keep chugging along. You guys are just going to be just fine. You have one of the greatest leaders I've ever met. And so, just reach out to her, reach out to me. I'm available to any of you guys. So I think I said enough. Anybody have any questions?
So here's one for you.
Okay.
When you are feeling like you're on a downswing, yes, you can reach out to some people, but if you are not feeling that you want to reach out to someone, how do you pick yourself back up?
Wow. First of all, I'll take a value. No, not really. I'm just kidding. How do I pick myself up? Wow. I reflect on if I don't pick myself up, my business will die. So that's my motivation. When I look around and I see the people that depend on me, my team, they look to me for guidance. They look to me. I can't be a hypocrite. Yeah, I do have my down. I suffer from depression. And, it is what it is. I don't take medication for it. I have to find ways to keep myself excited. And what keeps me excited is doing parties and recruiting. When I am on that downward spiral, like you said, it's okay. I can be there for a minute. I used to feel really bad because I was there, but I stopped feeling bad about it because we're entitled. Like when you work a 9 to 5, sometimes you don't feel like getting up. Yep. You don't want to go, right? You're like, oh, dang, I got to go to that dumb, stupid job, and I got to deal with these dumb, stupid people, and I got to drive all the way across town, and I got to get up at the crack of dawn. Mm-hmm. We do because we have to, right? A lot of us do it because we have to. I do my stuff because I have to. Sometimes begrudgingly, but then when the rewards come in, oh my gosh, I'm just so, they just make me happy. They just make me happy. Last year I had a great recruiting month. I had 100%, I'm waiting for one more to qualify, but I've got 100% qualification. One of the chocolatiers qualified 2. I got all this Cocoa Cash. I don't know what I'm going to do. So, I'm like, I've never had Cocoa Cash before. Believe it or not, I've never really, because there's a reason why behind it. But, when they started it was just a challenge for me to get in their 90 days to get people to recruit, but they were recruiting after their quick start. So, but I figured out ways to engage them early. These are things that we've learned, but I had to put in practice, and I wasn't putting it in practice. But to pick myself up again, Sally, I go off on a tangent, but to pick myself up, I recognize I can't let my people down and myself down, and I'm down, but it's just temporary. Things just start to happen that'll just like make me perk up, and it's not drug related, by the way.
Who else has a question for Vanessa? Get her while she's on, man. She's in California.
So are any of you experiencing a downtime right now? Okay. Yeah, okay. Amy's nodding her head. So Amy, you want to share, or do you feel comfortable sharing? If not, that's fine.
Well, a lot of it is with me being sick this past month. It just really took a lot out of me, and I have a 4-year-old that is active and starting to not nap, so I lose all my time to make phone calls. And the big thing is I haven't been making the phone calls, which is why I've been on the downward spiral. Okay. And I know that, and I know it's my own fault.
That's the hardest part, to recognize, number one, that it's your own fault, right? And you find it a challenge to pick yourself up. Okay, so let me ask you this question. I'm assuming you work from home, right?
I'm a stay-at-home mom.
You're a stay-at-home mom. Okay. So if you had a job that required you to be there every single day, and even when you're not feeling your best, right? Now, have you worked before? Have you worked a 9-to-5 regular job?
Oh yeah, before I was pregnant.
Don't we pick ourselves right back up, and we pick ourselves up and take ourselves to that 9-to-5 because that's what they expect?
Oh yeah, it's just a lot of it also is fighting with my husband and getting the time to do it. So, I mean, it's all my own issues. And
I understand. Well, you being on the call is a plus already. It really,
and actually, I'm only on it because my husband and my daughter are in another room.
But that's okay. You're on the call. Whatever got you on the call, it doesn't matter. You're on the call. So we're happy that you're here. I'm happy. I know Sally's happy.
Yeah, I know.
and Lisa Harrington's happy.
Yeah. And you know what? Life gets in the way. It's just the way it is. It just things happen. And when you're on a roll and you're on a routine, and something puts a hitch in your giddy up, oh my God. Isn't it like the hardest thing to just get back on that horse and just to keep going? But what motivates me is that paycheck. That's what gets me, is that if I don't get, because see, as a manager, we have our minimums that we have to do if we want to earn our override. Mm-hmm. So we have to make sure that we have our 5 personal active minimum, that we have our $8,000 in group volume, that we do our $1,000. It used to be $500, but they changed it to $1,000 a month. That's minimum. For Sally, she can do that with her eyes closed. But we have to do our minimum in order to, and that 3% that they give us for being a manager can turn a non-comma check into a major comma check.
Yeah.
And when you start getting those checks, comma checks are the checks with the commas, like the
like $1,000 or more, guys.
Comma, and then when we're talking in the thousands, $1,000 and above, that's what you call a comma check. When you see your little ticker on that page, on your performance page, the second you put in your minimum, you see that thing, depending on what your group volume is, just multiply like so much. Mm-hmm. You're like, wow, this business is amazing. I mean, but you have to be there to see it, and I understand that maybe some of you aren't, but you can be. And don't. And I know, Amy, life does happen, and we have challenges. And you being on the call it just shows that you really want to try to make this work. And spouses can be a challenge. They really, really can. I'm fortunate. We have supportive husbands. I'm sure hopefully whoever's married on this call has a supportive husband. It wasn't for Dwight. I remember one year I was into my husband. I was into Doug for 1 year, and we were laying in bed just talking in the morning, and I said, this BCD thing isn't happening as fast as I need it to. He told me, stick with it. Do not give up. So I'm like, you know what? You're right. I started this business, and my goal was to stick with it, and I'm going to do that. I don't say that to make you feel bad, Amy, because I know that, having a supportive spouse is what every woman wants, if they have a spouse. But, again, I don't know your situation, but maybe between you and Sally, you guys can sit down and maybe figure out a plan of action. Start slow, do baby steps. Relaunch yourself, just like if you just started Quick Start. Maybe do a Quick Start program with Sally, just to get you going and get you motivated again. What did you do at the beginning when you first started with Doug?
Actually, I wasn't doing anything. My daughter's 4 years old, so
Okay.
I quit. I quit after I had her because getting ready for work and getting her to daycare and stuff like that was going to be way too stressful for me. I have my own personal health issues. I mean, I just had a cold this summer, the late summer cold that just really, really whooped me.
Right.
I mean, but that's one instance, but I mean, it sounds like an excuse, and maybe it is. And it's my big thing is I have not been able to get on the phone.
Okay. Well,
And it's like before I know it, 8 o'clock rolls around, and it's too late to call people.
Well, let me say this. I have that problem with some of the people on my team. Sally, maybe you might want to connect with her on a time where you guys can set and you guys can be on a tag team call, do a conference call with her together. If you have to dial the number, Sally, you dial it and get her on the, have her on the call, and you can introduce her. And look, if I got a call like that for my chocolatier and she had her upline on the phone, I'd be like, wow, I feel special. That's me. Okay, so give it a try. Maybe you need that help, that support, or just with Sally on the other line, not saying anything, and you talking to that potential hostess or potential chocolatier. Try that. Maybe make a goal and just do 3 calls that 1 week. That's it. No more than 3 calls, or whatever you're comfortable doing. But just get it started, because not doing 1 call is 1 call you're not doing.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's true.
So I think that'll work if you guys will work that little program. So I know that will follow through.
Absolutely.
So get ready. Get your list ready, girl. Okay? Because I'm going to be checking on you.
She will. She totally will.
We'll be checking.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody else? Look at you all cozy and comfortable in your couches and stuff.
No, I'm in the kitchen.
You're in the kitchen. I like your picture in the background.
No, thank you. That's Jamaica.
Is it really? Aruba's fantastic. So who's planning on going to Aruba on this call?
I would love to.
Yay! Who's that over here on the right bottom middle?
That's Sally.
From the Brady Bunch? Wait, who? No, that's Peter. Peter over here with the Brady Bunch on the right side in the middle.
Who are you looking at? Sally Tupper?
Is that Sally?
Yes. Sally's in Hawaii.
She's in Hawaii?
Yeah.
All right, Sally. Where in Hawaii are you?
She's muted.
Yeah.
I'm on Oahu, 16 miles west of Honolulu.
I know exactly where you are. So you live there. That's awesome. So how's the reception there for Doug?
Awesome. I'm the first team leader here, so having fun with it.
That's fantastic. Yay. Gosh, I'm so jealous. I want somebody in Hawaii too. That is so cool. And in the center, that's right over here, this is Mrs. Brady.
Who are you looking at now?
In the center.
Oh, Julie?
Is that you, Julie? Wave if that's you, Julie.
Yeah.
No. Oh, she's in your center? Is Julie in your center?
Yeah, she's top center on my screen.
No. Okay, well then, I don't know why my screen's different than yours, but I see somebody on the couch with some pretty pictures on the wall behind
Oh,
you.
you're looking at Haley.
Haley, hi Haley.
Hi, sorry, I was muted.
That's okay. You look comfy cozy.
Yes, I am.
Do you want to share?
I don't have much to share because this month was crazy, and I actually I have
Crazy
only
good.
done my
Crazy
launch.
bad.
I've
Crazy
only
good?
done my launch, and I have 2 this coming weekend.
Awesome.
Oh my God, that's
Good.
awesome. So
Very
you're
cool.
a new profiteer, Haley.
Yes.
Oh, fantastic. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Stay active and keep parties on your books. That's what's going to keep you like really engaged and excited in the business. Really, really well. And share. Talk. Ask anybody. Talk to everybody about Dove. Talk to everybody. I swear. Keep catalogs all over you. Pin them to your clothes. But people will ask you, and trust me, they'll ask you. So
I've been wearing my baseball hat.
have you?
Awesome.
That's awesome. You know what? When you open that store at that strip mall, how are you going to get people in your store?
You gotta advertise.
Right. You got to have like a great banner outside. You got to offer a grand opening special. You're going to probably be in the street pulling people into the store. It's no different. What we do is no different. We have more access to people. The only thing we don't have is a storefront. Our storefront is us. It's us.
Absolutely.
Well, welcome. I'm excited. And so over here, you're to your right with the red. I like her.
Julie?
Julie. Hi, Julie.
Hi, Vanessa.
You wanna
Thank you
share?
for all of the inspiration.
Did it help you?
What's that?
Did it help you?
Yes. I've got a new chocolatier, and I'm disappointed. She was supposed to be on with us tonight, but I don't see her on. But she has her party next week for her launch, and I am going to go and assist her. I'm a little nervous about that because it's her first party, and of course it's in the evening, and it's the end of the month. So we have to get it in before midnight. So I'm very concerned about make that all happen.
It'll all be okay, because you can always call me too if you need help.
Correct.
At 10 o'clock at night, Sally?
Oh yeah, trust me.
Wait, well, if you
Vanessa, we're up till the last dog dies on the last day of the month.
if Sally's not available, I'm available because I'm behind you 3 hours.
Oh.
So, don't even be afraid. If you guys need to chat with me, send me a message on Facebook or call me. My number is 562-746-2616. So write it down.
I don't have anything to write with.
That's okay, I can get it to you.
Yes, Sally, you'll get it to us.
Yes,
So that's
absolutely.
instead of being on the West Coast. So I'm behind you. So if you're in a crunch and you have an issue and somebody's not available, you holler. Okay?
Awesome.
All right. Who did I miss?
You missed Tammy.
Tammy. Hello. Share time. Sharing is caring.
What's that?
Sharing is caring.
Sharing is caring.
Well, I've kind of haven't done anything recently because I've been working on my nursing home administrator license.
Yeah.
But I did commit myself to 2 quarter auctions, and my sister's coming up one weekend here in October, and she kind of committed me to something.
Awesome. It's a start.
That's a start.
It's going to get me back into the swing of things.
Okay. I know nursing is a hard profession to get into. I mean, for the training part, it takes a lot out of you. So I'm proud of you because you do a good job. Nurses are important. So
It was getting overwhelming.
I know. I couldn't do it. I'm afraid of blood.
Now I know your secret.
My hat's off to you. That's an amazing career. Now we have somebody on the phone.
That's Lisa.
Yes, you do. It's Lisa Harrington.
Lisa who?
Hi.
Lisa Harrington.
How are you?
Hi, Lisa. What's
Hey, Lisa.
Hello. Hi, guys.
Very nice. So how are you doing, girl?
I'm doing okay. I have my party scheduled for Sunday,
Okay.
And I was able to get somebody to agree to do a catalog party for
Okay.
me. However, they dislocated their shoulder. So I am uncertain whether or not she's doing anything. And I kind of really don't want to have to bring it up to her because she's got a lot going on.
Well, yes, you can always
So-
start with ask her how she's feeling.
Yes, I could do that.
Right. Right.
Although she's supposed to come Sunday, so who knows? I don't know.
Okay, well, don't let that stop you from moving forward. I mean, you know, the catalog party is great, but, you know, just keep chugging along. And, you know, we tend, and I'm guilty of it too, you know, I tend to, you know, run, and book, and, you know, I stop. I just stop. And so, you know, restarting and getting the parties back on my books, I usually carry a Smith & Wesson, I'm just going to be honest, with me to get people to book parties. But to be honest, I mean, it's pretty simple. I have we do a lot of events here in California. There are a lot of chocolate events here, and we get a lot of interest. The problem is getting the team to follow through with the leads, and that's the challenge for a lot of them. So we have a chocolate salon coming on that we're going to be doing on Saturday. So it's about 1,000 people that are just coming to taste chocolate. And
Wow.
so we're going to do, and then we have the Women's Expo in October, and we get a lot of interest there too. But you know, it's the team. I can't babysit everybody, but if they follow through with all the leads they had, I don't know. I can't imagine where we'd be. So I'm going to use a different strategy this time. So see if it works. But you know, look for different events in your area, and that's a good way to get leads as well.
Well, I have to say that the stuff that you talk to Amy about, even if it's just 3 people a week, that helped. And then the question Sally asked, thank you, Sally, about what do you do when you're in that downward spiral? Because she knows
I asked because I knew you guys all wanted to know.
Yeah. So I mean, that helped as well. So.
Okay, good. I literally have to tell myself to snap out of it.
So
you know,
I need to stop having the pity party and move on.
Because remember,
So thank you very much.
You're welcome, Lisa. I mean, this is the only one, really, probably of everything we have in our lives is the one thing that we can control. But once we give it the value that it has, and we take advantage of it, and all the tools that we have that DCD gives us, man, this can really just blow your mind. I remember one conference, they had a lady say that if you reached out to earn every single goal or every single incentive that the company offers, you would earn everything. You would earn all the trips. You would earn all the... Who's earning the wristlet?
I know, Sally was just announced.
I am so gonna be the last 11th hour person. That's how I like it. I work well under pressure, but yeah, I mean that wristlet is amazing. And so, 3 parties, 2, 3, 2. I mean, it's just I have my new chocolatiers, just passing out catalogs to their friends so they can sell 4 people, $50, so they can get a party in to get the wristlet. They're not even worried about the free, what is it, the cinnamon almonds this month. Just 4 $50 orders, and you got the wristlet. No, get 12. You have the wristlet.
Yep.
Give it to 3 of your friends, and they did it. One of my girls did 2 parties last night here at my house, and she's got one she's submitting by Monday.
Awesome.
And they're all catalog parties because so when there's a will, there's a way. And when you're passionate about it and you're very assertive, I like that word. When you become very assertive, people respond to it. But if we're timid and we're like, hey, would you mind? Can you help me?
That doesn't work.
You really don't need me to help you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But look, I need you to do this for me. We're going to do this. You're going to earn this free chocolate and blah, blah, blah. And boom, boom, boom. And woohoo wonderful. That's my new word. Woohoo wonderful. So yeah, you gotta be assertive. Somebody posted it. They were texting somebody and it autocorrected to woohoo wonderful. So she
Nice.
posted it. So that's my new word. And I'm like, I'm taking that too. So
That's
they were
awesome.
practicing this. I'm having a wonderful day. So I like that.
Awesome. Cool.
So yeah, just do that, you guys. Be assertive and love what you do. I mean, there's nothing like it, really. There really is nothing like it out there. I've compared and I've seen, and I'm like, you know, you do events with other direct sales companies, and when I compare, well, what do you do if you get this, and what do you do if you get that, and I like, ooh, I don't even say anything. Like, I am in the best place. We are in the best place. We really are.
Absolutely. Awesome.
I think
Well,
I
Vanessa,
tagged you.
I want to thank you very, very, very much because I know you have to leave for a chocolate party, don't you?
No, I have actually a meeting to go to with my.
Oh, I'm like, I
hubby.
know you have to go somewhere.
I do.
So thank you very much for your time. I truly appreciate it. And I cannot wait to see you in Vegas. And,
Yeah, all of you
right?
too. Her.
Yeah. And I'll see you again, obviously, in Aruba.
Yeah.
So, smooches. Smooches.
Yeah. To all you guys, and remember, reach out anytime you need any help. Okay.
And I'll get you guys Vanessa's phone number.
Yeah. The hotline 976 babe number. Okay, you guys. Love you.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for
Bye.
inviting me, Sally.
Absolutely.